Double jeopardy. What does it protect against? Of course, a second prosecution for the same offense after the person is acquitted or convicted. And it also prohibits multiple punishments for the same offense. Second prosecution for the same offense after an acquittal, a conviction, or being punished multiple times for the same offense. Jeopardy attaches at a bench trial, when at the beginning of introduction of evidence, or when the first witness is sworn in. So to bench trial, it's either at the introduction of evidence or when the first witness is sworn in. For a jury trial, it's when the jury is impaneled and sworn in. And jeopardy attaches once a person pleads guilty. You plead guilty, jeopardy attaches. The judge accepts your plea after notifying you of all the consequences of pleading guilty, including your right to a trial, your right to confront the witnesses against you, the sentence that could be imposed, all of that. Once a person pleads guilty, jeopardy attaches. It is the same as a conviction. When does jeopardy not attach? Preliminary hearings, grand jury proceedings, hung juries, and plea bargains. Okay, and actually mistrials. So mistrials, hung juries, grand jury proceedings, and preliminary hearings. Okay, so it also doesn't attach at probation procedures and all of that stuff. So preliminary hearings, hung juries, mistrials, and plea bargains. Okay, so now what constitutes the same offense? The elements have to be the same. The deal is that two offenses aren't the same if each offense requires proof of an element that the other doesn't. And I'm going to give the example here from the book. Here we have a defendant prosecuted and acquitted of interstate transportation of a firearm. And subsequently, the government discovers evidence of different convictions under an alias. So, would this be barred under double jeopardy? No, because the first offense is interstate transportation of a firearm. The second offense requires proof that the defendant is a convicted felon. And okay, I'm gonna do this again. All right. So defendant, he gets prosecuted and acquitted of interstate transportation of a firearm. Later on, he does the same thing. Now he is what? He's got a different offense. He's a felon in possession of a firearm. Because that offense just provides proof that the defendant was a convicted felon, and now he's transporting it interstate. So his first conviction was for interstate transportation of a firearm. Second conviction, interstate transportation of a firearm, and now he gets felon in possession of a firearm. Okay, why is a mistrial? Double jeopardy doesn't attach at a mistrial. Why? Because a person waives the protection of the double jeopardy clause. Okay, what about a dismissal? The case is dismissed. A dismissal with prejudice. You cannot prosecute for that same offense. A dismissal without prejudice, that's different. Dismissal with prejudice, adjudication on the merits. You cannot be retried for the same offense. Dismissal without prejudice, not an adjudication on the merits, and you can be tried for the same offense. And then, of course, there's our separate sovereign, federal, state, different states. Okay, the thing to watch out for is what qualifies as the same offense. If each element requires proof of an element that the other offense doesn't, then we're still going to be able to be prosecuted under double jeopardy. Also, watch out for merger. For example, assault merges into battery and larceny merges into robbery. So if those two offenses merge, you can't be prosecuted for them both. All right, I think that's about it.